Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today we're playing MachineCraft again, and I'm going to be showing you how to do the last 5 expert challenges on MachineCraft. Now, if you've already done this, more power to you. This video is to help anyone who needs a push in the right direction of how to do it. So first up we've got this. Release that. I mean, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? There we go. So this is where the claw comes in handy. We're just gonna grab this block, drop him in. Oops. Bit of turning. Go to this one. Whoops, I accidentally grabbed the floor there. There we go. And we have finished the first challenge. So if I go to the robot itself now, I'm going to show you what I use to make it. So for starters, we have these at the sides. When I click Q, which is move left, it will expand these pistons to 150, which is just about enough to put a box in between, and this distance here is the actual size of the box, so it grabs it perfectly. These sleds, on the other hand, will grip anything instantly it touches. That's when it's not controlled by L, sorry. Oh no, not L, it's Q, because I'm reading it out. Sorry. So when you press Q, this claw will expand and these will turn off. And then when you press it again, it will close and capture whatever's in between. So I've had this so it's on toggle, indicated by the little tick mark, and so is spacebar. Now, for the next part, I use the spacebar to push this upwards to make it easier to drop the boxes in. These are all on neutral to follow the movements around, and so is this one, so we can turn it all around the vehicle. And finally, we have a weapon or accurate weapon to follow the, so we can shoot that blue button at the start of the mission. And that is pretty much this robot. Now the turning is on 50, but this is this is how you like your robot more than anything. So I will load up the next robot. So we're on the second challenge now, on the expert mode. Now I'm using, you've seen this one in the previous video, but I've put some spinning blocks on top to give it a bit more movement, and I've put some better thrusters on the back so it can fly faster. We just grab that. Now the gun is on the bottom, but I wouldn't really say you need it. You can use it to level yourself out a bit though. So we go over here, touch that, and start flying up to here. Now this isn't really a hard one. As you can see, you could do this with a car, but I prefer using something that flies. It's a little more straightforward. So we fly up here, touch that, and we are done. So the same thing as before, I'm going to show you the main components of this. I won't show the gun because it's not really necessary. Each side has these thrusters that move it up. You can't really see it because of the colour though. And then at the back it has two moving at full speed. These just turn corresponding to the direction to help it turn around, and these just push it down. Now if you make one of these, you will have to fine tune it a bit to your liking. This is just how mine is. It counterbalances its own weight. So I'm going to load up the next robot now. Okay, this is one of my favourite robots, and I'll show you why in a minute. because it makes this mission pretty easy. So I'm gonna use my scope. I'm gonna shoot these down. That's gone horribly to the side. Can I redirect that one actually? Claw. So I'll have to let that other one go because most of these came down to the left. We just wait for this last one so we can grab fall. And we've kind of like shifted them in the right direction. So I won't bother getting that red one that's behind us since we might be able to just do this quick. If we aim for the side, we should be able to get them all to fall. So if I get a net, sadly we've lost one of those, so we'll have to pick that up in a second. We can just push them in. I think we can just use a cannon here to push it. And we have finished. So, same as before, I'm going to show you how to do this one. This took a little longer than the other two, since I had to, there was a mistake in it I didn't realise until I was actually using it. Now, that mistake was these. These can't be on 1000 on pistons, otherwise the rolling balls will just go straight through the middle. So this pushes them up 800, so it's high enough, and then these go down 600, so the balls can't jump through the middle. Now, it's kind of the repeated pattern. Although this does use groups, yours doesn't have to. Each one of these is on the same spacebar, will move it up 60. These expand 100, and of course these top ones will expand 100. Sorry, not 100, 1000. This is why I always show what I'm doing, not just talking about it. Some people could end up with seriously different machines, which is really bad. Same thing as the previous robots. They have a high accurate single cannon on it. It follows the mouse. Scope that you can use to aim in. And that is this robot. Now, as you saw in the mission, it makes a big net to catch balls. However you do it, you can make the net as small or as big as you like. So I'll load up to the next robot. So we are now on the 4th challenge. We're getting there. Now, you're not allowed to use a sled on this, so I instead have created a little crane. So if we just move this into place, zoom out a bit so we can see. That's a bit off, isn't it? Okay, we'll try that. So now we can use some of the buttons. I can barely see that ball there. Grab it. Wait for this yellow ball to move away and slingshot it up. That's one. Wait for it to do. There we go. Slingshot it up. Oop. Accidentally moved it a bit. Wait for this to go away. And we are finished. Now, here's the actual crane itself. It does have the option to expand up and down, but I didn't end up using this much, it's just there. And this has a custom keybind for it. Now all the keys that I use, including space, are on toggle. The button I use to grab is here, which is the O button on the number pad, but that's just my personal. Sorry, there's 0 on the number pad. This is just my preference. Now the claw is quite important, so this is how I did it. This is how mine looks like. These expand, and these by neutral will be like this, and then I can press the 0 button, and it will expand outwards so you can grab something. And then it obviously retracts, and the ball will just like hang inside. I use movers on here to save myself a bit of trouble. So you just place those down and those will be alright. There's a bit of an AVG anti-gravity device at the top. Yeah, it was pretty much self-explanatory. So that's what I used for the next challenge. And now we will go to the last challenge. Welcome back. Okay, so this is by far one of my favourites. And yeah, I'll go straight into it. So, most of this mission requires picking up boxes. So, what I tend to do is, I've got this machine. If we lift it up a bit so I'm not sliding along the floor. And it just closes in on whatever, and I can grab them quite easily. And then it just becomes a case of placing it down, letting go. As you can see, it captures them pretty nicely. Each one of the sleds is gripping it, and they are moved out a bit, so there we go. Oh, no poo. So I'll get back to that one in a second. Now this one is a bit of trial and effort. Okay. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. And if we grab this last one, well, hopefully you will get the idea. I'm horrible at this. It's because I've dropped the boxes, haven't I? And I've messed myself over. So there's the one. Oh, we got 2 this time. Close enough. So that is the last challenge. Now I'm going to show you how I made this one. Each one of these pistons pushes up at about 400 each. This will position each one of these like sleds at the correct height to grab each box. So you won't be missing any boxes. You might have noticed that each side or each length of these will end up grabbing one box on its own, and that should be enough to hold it in place. Now, here, that's all. These will expand 250. This is just so I could maneuver into place before I ended up grabbing them. And that's really all. The rest is just movers. And that is it. So I hope this helped anyone who was struggling with the challenges. It's been quite a long video, but that is all 5 challenges on Expert completed. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.